right. You're chilling with All Bay Music, Street Certified TV, episode 5. How you ladies doing today?
Good.
Doing pretty good.
Doing good?
Yes.
All right. So, what's your name? Where you all from?
My name's Kay Chanel, and I am from Antioch.
Okay.
My name is Shawna, and I'm from Berkeley.
My name is Nye, and I'm from Oakland.
My name is P, and I'm from the Bay. Well, I was born out of state, so
You born out of state, okay.
But I grew up out here, so I don't want to I don't.
Where were you born?
I was born in Louisiana,
Okay.
but I grew up, been here since I was 1 year old.
Okay.
So it's like
So you're basically still from here.
I'm definitely from here,
Okay. So you all do business, and you all own a slew of businesses. Can you tell us about the businesses you all own and what you all do?
We're gonna start with me with everything.
She
So,
said with everything.
I have a beauty bar, called Kay Chanel Beauty Bar. Then I also breed dogs, and I have a party vest business.
So the beauty bar, what do you do in the beauty bar?
We do microblading for the eyebrows. We do
Okay.
hair. My best friend sells hair, Ron Curly,
Okay.
and we also have clothes. We sell boutique women's clothes.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
One-stop shop.
A little bit of
pretty
everything.
much.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the dogs, what breeds do you sell?
English bulldogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty popular.
Yeah. Really
A
fun.
lot of work.
Yeah. A lot of work.
How many dogs did you have in your last litter?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the pups running?
For Merle, 10,000. For a Lilac, 6,500. Yeah.
Real big.
Expensive dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Shout out to Phil. He got me in a dog business.
okay. What's the name of the company?
My dog is called Killer Kennels.
Killer
My
Kennels.
nickname is like Killer Cams, so
Gotcha.
it's called Killer Kennels.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the party bus. Tell us about the company. Like, what's going on with it?
So we have a 24 passenger pretty much bus. It has 12 different LED lights. We have a karaoke machine in there. We got a TV. We got cameras so you can kind of like do karaoke and watch yourself perform. And people just during the pandemic, I got it because I had my clothing store in the mall. And so when COVID hit, the store got closed. I couldn't even access it. I couldn't even get inside of the mall because we only have keys to our store. We don't have keys to the mall.
Damn.
So I was like, fuck, well, what can I do to still generate some income? Nobody could go out. Nobody could do anything. So I was like, well, maybe I should get a party bus so people can still party because people was going crazy sitting in the house. So I got the party bus and it's been doing pretty good. So it was a really good idea. And then I moved the store out of the mall once everything opened back up. I was like, never again, because it kept opening, reopening, closing. They did like 3 different shutdowns for the mall. So I was just like, yeah, I want to have my own store where not inside of the mall, like a storefront.
Right.
So if we're issued a shutdown, I still have access to my business.
Totally get it.
Yeah.
What about you? So what kind of business do you own and how many businesses?
I have one business, and it's a clothing line, but it's really like where I wanted to brand myself and brand my movement. I've always been known to just be around a whole bunch of females, and I was the person to always bring all the girls out. So I wanted to capitalize off that, but I was also very creative, and I used to like recreate items. So I would get items and then like try and recreate them. So I kind of got my name out there doing that. And my brand is called Hella Girls, and I wanted something that would stick, that wasn't just like a trend in the moment. Like certain words, they hit for a minute and then they fade out. So I knew the word hella was just flat out a Northern California word, and it was never going nowhere. And then every time I was out of town, every time, we naturally, Northern California people, we naturally talk like that. We use the word, you're hella funny, you're hella this. Like, so every time I would say it, people would be like, you must be from California.
Right.
So that was something I knew would stick. And so since I was just always around a whole bunch of girls, I was like, Hella Girls. And that was what I capitalized off of and made it a brand, because I wanted to be a movement, more of just, just a whole bunch of just entertainment, just a whole bunch of things. And I started with the branding of clothing. So I opened a clothing line, and that's what I have as a business. And It's pretty much just my brand, Hella Girls, and it's currently a clothing line. But my dream is to have it bigger as an entertainment. You know, I used to host parties, and now that I'm getting older, I'm not really into that anymore. But I wanted to make it where I have a group of girls, and you know, I set a calendar, and we have different events, and they can get booked for that. And I send out the Hella Girls to do events. So it's like slowly, I'm taking my time, I'm not rushing it. I've been doing it since 2016.
Wow.
So it's just been building and building, but that's my ultimate goal, is just to have it overall, just an entertainment business, period, including like, you know, the brand. So it's more like my brand, it's not just a clothing line, it's more like a movement. So yeah. And I have a store in Fairfield, you guys can check me out.
Where in Fairfield?
It's off West Texas, right across the street from like Target and Home Depot.
Okay.
Yeah. Next.
Well, that's right. I got me some Hella Girl stuff.
She does.
For sure.
Okay.
She always buys. She's one of my big baller customers.
Okay.
Okay, so I have two businesses right now. One is called Limitless Hookah, and it's a mobile hookah company. So I kind of got into it because I'm also a dancer, and I've done a lot of events, birthday parties, music videos, kickbacks, you know, all that type of stuff. And I feel like hookah's becoming more popular here in California. Yeah, because it's been popular in other places, you know, Houston, Atlanta, New York, everywhere really besides the Bay. So now that people are actually into smoking hookah, I mean, it's where people, if you have a birthday party, event, or whatever, and you guys want to just bring a little more social fun, you can get the hookahs. It's just, you know, something else to do. Gives people something to look forward to. Sometimes people are like, oh, it's gonna be hookah there, like that's lit, you know. So when you book us, we come to you. So we bring the hookahs to you. I actually stay there. Depending on if it's a small group or big group, it's either me and someone else. And we make the hookahs for you. We do your refills. We give you coals when you need them. Napkins, tips.
Complete customer service.
Yeah, everything. So we don't just rent them out. It's actually a full booking. So we do provide that service. So you guys just smoke the hookah. If you need anything, if it's not working right, if you need a refill, you need coals, anything, we do it for you.
Is there like a limited like booking amount of people? Like how many people?
Well, there's different tiers. So we have like tier 1. So tier 1 is like 5 hookahs for 2 to 4 hours. Tier 2 is 6 to 8 hookahs for 2 to 4 hours. Then you have the limitless package, which is like 15 to 20 hookahs for 4 to 6 hours. Or the time is kind of, you know, stretchable depending on
flexible based on the booking.
Just depending on, you know, the situation or how many people, how many hookahs, because it does take a while. If it's a lot of hookahs, it's going to take a while to get them all going. So
right.
I mean, we're pretty flexible. But yeah, so there's different tiers just depending on how big your party or event is going to be. You pick the tier and then you book us and then we come.
How long have you been doing it?
This is actually fairly new. So I introduced it about a month ago. And,
wow. So you're a brand new business.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's pretty new. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
So that's the first one. The second one is called Dancer Cartel, which is, I told you guys I'm a dancer, so I actually offer dance wear, exotic wear for dancers. So we offer like a variety of different kind of outfits, from like fishnet outfits, ones with rhinestones, one without, like Louis Vuitton and Gucci inspired sets, Versace inspired sets, all different types of dance wear. We haven't dropped the shoe line yet, but it is coming, so we'll have the shoes also, so you'll be able to get your dance shoes and outfits together, or if you want one or the other. Yeah. Eventually we'll probably have some stuff, like some polos for people to buy. I'm kind of, you know, I've had a couple people ask about it, so I'll probably offer that. So people can buy poles and just other little accessories, butt plugs and pasties and just stuff like that. We already have some of those. We have pasties, we have butt plugs, we have handcuffs, we have like just accessories that dancers could use at work.
What's a butt plug?
So it's like a little tiny, it kind of looks like a little mini tiny dildo, I guess you could say, but it's kind of like you just put it in your butt.
Why? no, I'm serious. Like, I
some people use it for, you know, in the bedroom, and some people use it because it's appealing to other people in the club when they dance.
Does that substitute like the finger in the butt?
I mean, kind of. I mean, you know, people can play with it.
But it gives you the penetration of like a finger in the butt.
Is this PG-13 rated R? What we doing here?
Well,
But yeah, so we offer accessories for dancers, clothes, and we'll have the shoes soon.
Interested by it.
I introduced this idea about a year ago. It took a while for me to actually get good inventory, but we do now have inventory. It's available. You can DM us on Instagram. You can hit me up. So yeah, get your hookah with me, get your dance wear shoes with me, and then you can also book me as a dancer for music videos, parties, bachelorette, bachelor parties, anything like that. Anything that you might need a dancer or, you know, anything. So yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Tell me one more.
So
time.
basically, like, what do you do as far as your business? Like, what's your business?
Okay.
How many businesses do you own?
Okay. Okay, so I have 2 businesses. My first business was my clothing line, Fine Trap Official, which I capitalized off of my dancer name, because I'm a stripper as well. So I capitalized off my entertainment name because it got a little lit on Instagram. So, like, people would know me as, like, my dancer name is Bailey, but my Instagram is Real Fine Ass. So I would be out and people would call me Real Fine Ass. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna stick with this fine shit. So I did Fine Trap, cause I'm a trapper. So I have had my store for now, it's about to be 2 years. My store is in Albany. Before I got my store, I was like website and doing like pickup, drop off type shit for like a year. I have like nightlife type of like outfit. A lot of shit you would see like on Instagram. So like 2-piece sets, like real badass bodysuits. I got some raw shit. So I got some heels, bags, shades. A little bit of denim, a little bit of oversized t-shirt, flannels, all type of shit. So definitely gotta pull up to the trap. My second business is a sex toy line, and it's called Finally Came. So I actually still sticking with my fine shit. I actually just invested into this one in March of this year. So I haven't officially launched anything. My website is up, but I haven't dropped it yet.
Do you host,
it's interesting as fuck.
Do you host parties doing that? Because I hear a lot of people that...
I'm going to do a party.
That's what I hear. I hear
So
a lot
I'm
of
not-
people, they do like parties and they sell it like on the spot.
Yes. So
I
I'm
literally just was at a party. I don't know if you guys seen on my Instagram, but the night before last, we just had a pleasure party.
Right, that's what they're called. There you go.
And there was
Pleasure
a lady
party.
and her assistant came with a whole bunch of toys and whips and chains, and you know they just showed us stuff, and we played around with them, and like it was pretty fun.
It's fucking interesting. So
So you should have.
I'm not gonna drop it until I do like a nice party for it. Like I feel like that'll set the tone. I want to have everything on the tables for people to see, touch, feel, play. It's gonna be lit.
I like
I've seen some of
I
everything
finally
myself.
Finally
I have, and I say finally came only.
That's
It's
funny.
finally, not like finally. It's FINELE. So finally,
Yeah, just
you know,
Fine.
sexy,
Fine.
exotic,
Fine.
sensual. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna do a big party for that. That's gonna be fun. I personally have one of everything that I can do. I can play with. A big part of this shit is that I have a lot of male masturbators. So I don't know how niggas feel about that, but I know like I have a lot of male masturbators. But the thing with this is like it's a bigger audience than just my peers that I'm trying to attract. Like I know a lot of my peers, male and female, might not be like interested in. I know females don't mind, but males, I don't really expect them. But I have an online website, and it's a big industry, so it's lit. You ever had a male masturbator?
What? Wow.
Have you?
Have I what?
Have you ever had a male masturbator?
What is it?
What is?
I don't even know what that
I don't even know what that means.
A male masturbator is like a pocket pussy, like
like toys
They-
that help you come, basically.
No.
yeah, they even have like real like forms, the ass and the pussy.
He got real pussy, I think.
I mean, shit.
You never know.
I can get
He
real
was like,
deep,
nah,
but I
but you don't have
gotta
a
go
dildo
there.
right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
So it's lit though. Like I said, that's what I would expect to get the reaction of my peers. So it's a bigger
That's
audience
the
than just us.
Yeah,
So
that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you all to own your own businesses?
Well, me, I opened up my first business, the clothing store, specifically because I was working as a property manager at these apartments for Mercy Housing, and I was an assistant manager, but I had a manager over me, and she was like, anytime I've worked anywhere, like, being that I've always been like really young with a lot of drive, like the older women who work in the same area or whatever is always like really intimidated and defensive, and so I never feel comfortable at work, whether it's the clothes I wear or anything. Like it's you know, they always make it extremely uncomfortable. So long story short, I had an incident at work, and the next morning she texted me and she was like, hey, we no longer need an assistant manager, I got it from here, you take care. Right? So she didn't know at the time I was fooling with this nigga, and he was like the biggest trapper like ever. And I was like, bitch, you know I'm just working this job like to make him think I don't need him, right? Like I don't really need this job, bitch. So I had screenshotted her like 100,000, and I sent it to her, and I was like, bitch, I don't need this job. And so, but I was really hella hurt because I liked what I did. So I went home and I was hella crying, and I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm about to open me up my own shit. So someone was just like, do clothes. It's not like a real princess story behind it. I was just like, sell some clothes. It worked.
Sounds like you had some good startup money too.
Yeah, I did. I had it, and I had some inspiration behind it, because I don't like,
Yeah.
you know, I'd be like, let me shit on you, bitch. So yeah.
Felt good?
Yeah.
Feel that?
So for me, I haven't never really been inspired by anyone or anything. It was more so like a self-inspiration, because so many people used to reach out to me to like, oh, can you bring people here? Can you come? I see you hanging out with somebody, this, and this. So I kind of, my mind, I've always wanted to be in business. And so I was like, this was an opportunity for me, since I've been doing it for so long, and always just, I'm not how I used to be, where I used to just hang with so many girls, but it was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should try and make this a business, because I'm always getting calls, and it just naturally happened thanks to social media type of, social media. So I looked at it as a business opportunity, and I've always been crafty and creative. And so like I used to just recreate items. Like I would buy pieces. Even when I was younger, I used to thrift, and I used to buy oversized men clothes. And I used to work in a store in San Leandro, and probably like in 2015, and then I will buy oversized pieces, men clothes, and I will put them on women bodies and just recreate them into a women's item.
Alterations.
Yeah. And I found joy in putting it on the body and then recreating it while it's on the body. So it was kind of like this guy, I don't remember his name, but I used to stay up watching YouTube all the time, and it was this guy, he was kind of like an Edward Scissorhands, and he was famous for these sharp shear scissors, and he would just cut up an outfit while it was on the body. So that was like what caught my attention, and I was just so driven by that. I loved it. I used to watch his videos all day and night. So maybe he kind of was my inspiration also. So I used to go buy different pieces from different stores and thrift stores, and then I would bring girls, and I would just put them on them, and I just want to just go crazy. And it worked, and it was nice. It came out nice, and I started doing that, and then being known for always just going out and having a lot of pretty girls around. I wanted to capitalize off that and make it a business for myself. And so that, and then my crafty and creativity, it just worked, and it's just been building and getting bigger and bigger. And so I'm pretty more self-motivated and inspired just to create a business for myself and to brand my business, because I feel like sometimes it's bigger to have a brand than just like a clothing line, because people stick with the brand name, So that's what I've always been driven by, to just try and capitalize off of that, girls and hella girls, and then not only having clothes, but I wanted to brand the clothes. So that's pretty much my self-inspired situation.
I love the brand name.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like it's, you're right, it has lasting, it's like a lasting name. Like, I'm All Bay Music, hella girls. It's like, it almost sounds like those brands just like talk to each other in a way. There's like a longevity there.
Exactly. And that was what I was thinking of, longevity. And so as I get older and you want to kind of like, you grow and grow as a person, I'm like, okay, I can limit it. I've been coming up with different logos too. So it still is like that attachment of hella girls, but it's like HG. So now everyone's been calling me like HG Shawna. So it's like, when it gets more bigger and bigger, it's not only just hella girls. I could just make it like an HG, so it's still short, but it's, my name will always be just hella girls, you know. So yeah.
So the reason why I wanted to start businesses, I could say, well, first let me just say I've always been a working woman. Since I turned 16, I was working at Michael's Arts and Crafts. That was my first job at Bayfair in San Leandro. And ever since then, it's just always been in me. I just always wanted to have my own money. I was 16 in high school and playing volleyball and managing a job.
Yeah.
So that was 11th and 12th grade only, because it was when I turned 16, but I bought my own first car. I just have always been motivated to just, I just want to be wealthy, you know what I'm saying? So once I found dancing and became a dancer, fell in love with it, fell in love with not all things about it, but most things about it. But I also realized like I can't dance forever. I mean, I could, but I probably wouldn't make money forever. So I knew that I wanted to do something to where I could still make good money, but not having to work under someone else. So of course I thought like there's gonna always be dancers probably forever. So the dance line, of course, I know a lot of dancers. I know a lot of people who, from artists to just social media influencers. So that's where the dance line came from, because I'm like, I can continue to do this, still do something I love in a way, but of course I'm not dancing anymore, but I'm helping girls, styling girls in their dance outfits, providing some of the best quality and the cutest outfits. So that's where that came from. And I named it Danseur because, well, Danseur means ballet dancer in French, but it's just dancer and entrepreneur put together. So Danseur is dancer plus entrepreneur. That's how I came up with the name. But and then with the hookah business, of course I wanted to be thought about when people have events, when they have these parties where they want to have hookah. I don't know how long it will last, if it will be so as long lasting as the dance line, just because a lot of the places where we go out to are now offering hookah, and a lot of people are smart, and the people that own event spaces are offering it and stuff like that. But I know that people that know me and people that fuck with me, just what I'm saying. So I know that even if it's not like all the time booked, I know that every once in a while it will be booked, and it is still pretty good money for the turnaround time, for the amount of uptime I'm actually working, for what I'm getting paid is pretty decent. So just wanted to be able to retire from dancing soon, not that soon, but soon. Still got a couple years left in me, y'all. Still got a couple years. I'm 25 right now, so I got a couple more years in me. But just wanted to have something to look forward to after dancing, and then just gotta count on yourself. I'm hoping that both my businesses do grow and that they do go worldwide, not just California, not just the Bay. So a website will be coming to where people that are not near me, because I do have a location where people can pick up, like a suite where people can pick up their outfits, but so that people in other states and cities can also order.
What do you do? What do you do most of your orders? Is it like
it's basically Instagram based, yeah.
Cool.
So but then I realized like all my friends that live out of state, people I know, people are gonna want it, so I'm gonna create a website. And it's hard because the outfits kind of go fast, so it's like I'm gonna do my best, but I'm gonna still make a website so people have a chance at least to get them.
Gotcha.
Okay, so for me, I wanted to start my clothing line because I'm a stripper as well, so it's like we come across so much fast money, and it's like I just was always wanting more though. Like I wanted something to show for it, so I felt like, okay, when I started dancing, I was dancing in like Silicon Valley type shit. So I danced with a lot of like Asians, like underground clubs. So when I started dancing in the East Bay, I started getting a lot of like music video bookings, so a lot of like little local rappers, and then it got me like a lot of following on Instagram and a lot of attention, so it started moving really fast. When I started, I already was like doing photo shoots and shit like that, so I've always promoted myself, and like I said, the following picked up, so I was like, okay, to the point where like I would go out and it might be some niggas that be like, oh, you from Instagram, and just I got a lot of attention going out and shit. So then I'm like, okay, I gotta make some type of exclusiveness to this shit because it's getting lit. So I'm like, okay, I want to do something bigger because I can go out and do this and that. Like, you can move different. Like, if you brand yourself right, it really do get you places. So,
have you done like traveling with your dancing?
I started out traveling with my dancing. Like, after Silicon Valley and shit, like, I took it OT immediately before I got to the East Bay. So I feel like that got me a big buzz too, because no fucking offense, but it's a lot of dick suckers in the Bay. So they'll see you doing something and they'll like be like, oh, okay, because they see you doing shit, they want to fuck with you, and that's just how it is. That's how it is. Like, I've had a lot of dancers after me go to the same place that I make my money at that's never been there before, and that's really how like the dance world for me out here. It was just like, I don't want no more parts of it. So I'm like, it's catty as fuck, and yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a business. I'm gonna have something to show for this shit. Like, okay, so I came up with Fine Trap Official. Fine because I like to get dressed and go out and look good as fuck. Trap because that's what the fuck I did. That's what I do. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna go with it. At first I did do like embroidery shit, like the 2-piece I have on. It was cool. Then I'm like, okay, I want a bigger audience. Let me get shit that doesn't have my name on it, and let me see how that go. Let me see if they fuck with me with that. And it was cool. I started off doing like pick up and drop off locations and shit like that, and it was fast for me. So I had like a room. I moved into a new spot. I had a room that I made my office, so I was doing all my inventory out of my extra room. So I'm like, okay, I didn't want people to come to my house. So I'm like doing hella drop-offs, and it got really busy, and I'm like, I want a store. One day I go get my makeup done. She like, I'm talking to her, and she like, oh, the store next door is open. I go look next door. I look inside. I take a picture, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna call. I call the next day. He like, you can come. You got the money. You can come. It's your shit. Like, in a week, I got my floors done. I was so hungry to like have something, so I got that shit up. I got that shit running. But I will say it's been a journey. It's hard as fuck. Like, it take a lot to put into like, as all the money and all the energy and effort that I put into my store, like, I thought a lot of people was gonna come behind me, but it actually got harder actually establishing myself. Really, I had more supporters, I feel like, when I was doing deliveries than I feel like that now. Like, the people that support me now is people I don't know. And when I was doing drop-offs and shit, it was my partners. when it was like cool, it was more like that. Like, so.
Do you feel like it's people think you leveled up in such a way where they can't support?
I got so many people that told me I act funny now. You switched up. You fuck with Philthy. You all type of shit. All type of shit came because, okay, so where we also do like Team Philthy model shit. So when we started working on that together, like, a lot of motherfuckers was intimidated by that, and shit got weird. And it was like people started making assumptions in their head of situations that they didn't even know about. But it was like, I don't know, it's just weird.
Like
I don't
what?
know how to describe it. Like, a lot of people was like, oh, they fuck with you. You get a lot of love on the net, but in real life, when you show up, they really feel in a type
A lot of
of
people
way.
thought every Team Philthy model was his girl.
They was just, and don't be wrong, his girl.
Say
A
it.
lot of
I
people-
love Phil, but it
Right.
was just funny. It was a lot of assumptions
So
about it, but
Yeah.
it was actually him being really dope as a person that has a lot of clout.
a
in person.
great fucking person.
He gave us opportunities to host parties, to do photo shoots and music videos through his connections, which
Right.
is something he didn't have to do. So
Yeah.
people looked at it in a negative way, but it was a really good thing that we were doing. We were going out, having fun, hosting parties.
Yeah.
It was a good thing.
It definitely
and then
feel
COVID hit,
like
but
it-
It sounds
put
like
us in a
it's
good
it sounds like it's a mix of
platform.
both in a way, right? Like anytime you level up, like people are always gonna say
yeah,
the
that's
most
why I say just do what
retarded
you want,
shit.
because whether you do or you don't, you're damn so.
And then you leave them.
because if it elevated you the moment you did it, like you know, it's
And
just
even just
haters
from
are
being connected
everywhere.
with him, you already are getting a bigger audience to whatever you have
Yeah,
going
like
on,
it,
so.
it's definitely level. Like,
I mean,
like
I've
they
done-
say, it's level 6 shit. After that, it's like you just everything should evolve around you. Like the people that was on the old shit, they back there on the old shit. Like you just move around.
So, I guess we've talked a little bit about COVID, but how has COVID affected your businesses? Is it affected in a good way, a bad way? Like, what do you think?
I kind of chimed in on the whole pandemic and how it affected my clothing store, but
Yeah.
then, in the same sense, it helped my party buzz.
Right.
So I was affected and then I wasn't.
Hmm.
So it was kind of like give or take because the bus make more than the store. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it. I have a few different like branches of my business. Like the magazine. Nobody wanted to touch paper for a while,
Oh my God.
so I was like,
Mm-hmm.
then I had started this recording studio. This thing kind of has kept me going a little bit. It could be better, but it at least people get tired of being in the house, and so
Right, and then I was saying too with the dogs, it helped because everybody had an EDD dog. So if you didn't get a dog during the pandemic,
Right.
then I don't know what to tell you because everybody got a dog. Either you got a Frenchie or you got an English bulldog. So it really helped with the dog business.
Honestly, not in a selfish way, but I work a 9-to-5 job as well. So when COVID hit, we got accepted to work from home. So it was like, it actually benefited me because it gave me more time to be able to focus from being at home because I normally have to commute and I would take up most of my damn day and I would be tired. So being able to work from home gave me that extra time to be able to focus a little more on my business. And so I feel like I got my shit more together from the pandemic. Even though a lot of people, it was a bad thing for them. So I don't want to say it like that, but it did give me the opportunity to just be a little more focused because we weren't going out, we weren't going anywhere, we were locked in the house. And so all that time, I was like, I should utilize this time to focus and just put it into my business. And now that I work from home, I was working from my store, my shop, and after I was done, I was just able to be in that zone of my creative space. And so it just gave me the time to actually just put that time into my business that I wasn't giving to my business because I was working and commuting a nice distance to work. And so it kind of benefited me because I just put all that time that we couldn't go anywhere into my business, and it worked. And since I also do online service, it's weird because a lot of people I feel like lost their jobs and suffered from the pandemic, but it's just people gonna buy what they want to buy. If not, they gonna find a way. It's just like a girl is gonna get their hair done. It don't matter about no damn pandemic. Like, I don't know. So even during that time, maybe people wasn't buying stuff. It just gave me an opportunity to restart and just recreate, rethink, see how like I want to. Once the world opens back up, how I want to come out the world, just anew everything. And so I feel like it kind of was a benefit for me. So sadly, now I don't want to say like, I know the pandemic fucked people up, but I took it as an opportunity to sit my ass down and get my shit together. And so, yeah.
For me, for the most part, during the pandemic, I didn't have the hookah business yet, but it helped me kind of think about it because people were throwing so many events. When it came to the dancing for me, I mean, everything was closed. So people's birthdays, like everyone was having like private events. So the dancing and the clothes kind of come when, you know, the dancers were still dancing. So for the most part, the pandemic was actually pretty good to me. I mean, some weeks I was literally booked 5 or 6 days, and some of those nights were 2 or 3 parties, and it was crazy. I probably touched the most money I ever did as a dancer during the pandemic, as far as in the short, like 6-month span, to where it was like back to back consistent. Now it's kind of like back to just regular, you know, because things are open now. But the pandemic was like, I feel like it was a curse and a blessing at the same time, just because so many people suffered and then so many people didn't suffer. So many people started businesses. So many people were able to be home with their families and work from home. So many people were able to do things they never were able to do because they were always at work or commuting in between. You gotta think some people are commuting like 5 hours a day to get to work, and that's not including the 8 to 10 to 12 hours they're working.
Right.
So for me, the pandemic was a blessing in disguise, and I appreciate everyone that supported me during the pandemic and everyone that supports me now, because I mean, what am I without the people that booked me and are booking me? So
I feel like the pandemic for me it was cool. I feel like the pandemic was cool. Not like that, but I feel like it was really busy, because at first I was traveling, like I wasn't even here. It didn't even affect me, hit me. Like I was dancing, stripping, I was gone. But when I came back and we had that lockdown, it was like, okay, let me figure out what the fuck I can do or what I need to focus on, so where I don't have to move around, I can still make money. And it gave me time to work on my online sales, and I tried to get into my online promotion more, like with my Instagram page. I didn't really pay it too much attention because I'd be more on my main account. So like Shawna was saying, my creative juices was flowing in the pandemic. So I got to think of a lot of shit I want to do with my brand. I got to like kind of be in my store a little bit. I had a big ass accident a few months back, and I broke my femurs and my wrist. So I was down, and that fucked me up. So my store was closed all that time, like, but it's like the bills don't stop. So as far as that was concerned, like that was bad. So I'm trying to like pick up my store and pick up the sales and shit.
You doing better?
What do you say?
Are you doing better?
I'm doing a lot better now. Okay. So I really just got fresh off recovery. So I want somebody to work in my store, but it's hard to find somebody you can trust to like have that type of access.
Hard to find good people.
Yeah, the pandemic has been interesting. And then like some people did win, and a lot of people was balling. So I got a lot of people that came and spent some good money with me during the pandemic. So it was a blessing, I guess. I mean, shit.
So, how do you all deal with all the dudes in your DMs?
What?
Seriously, like, no, I'm just saying because like I done looked at all your pages and like, you know, there's a lot of great things going on all your pages individually, you know, and so how do you all deal with it? Seriously, like, there's probably like how many messages y'all get a day, like.
I think you
How
have
many
to
we
be like
get and how many we
actively posting
enter.
content and stuff like that. But I don't open my DMs.
It's just
I don't.
like that.
I literally my requests and everything. I don't, because I you gotta think I really don't have time. You know, because I mean, this is my request right here. These are, you know, like it'll keep going. It's like it'll wait. It's loading. It'll keep going.
Damn, it's like a lottery
and
just to get an answer.
None of them are open. I don't open them. I don't even read them. I don't accept them because you know if you need to get in contact with me, you'll get in contact with me. I have my number on all my party bus, my pages and stuff. So if you need to get in,
keep it business.
You know,
about your business.
Yeah, and then the people, you know, I follow and I support, I react to their stories, I talk to them. Like, I'll know if Shawna DMs me, you know, oh, this is Shawna. But now, if Jessica Demise DM me and I see it, I don't know who this is. I don't, you know, so we don't really have a correlation. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Her answer.
Goddamn DM. Listen. If you would have asked me this question maybe 3-4 years ago, it was on and popping. I was getting
food houses.
But now that I'm older, like, no. And then you know what's so crazy? This is the thing that a lot of people do not comprehend or agree or understand. Men, that is a caliber or a beautiful girl. The type of person that we might be interested in, they might be intimidated or think you just got too, like they see you and they automatically think she probably got a man or she probably got hella niggas, something like that. So I promise you, and this is I vow, when I open my DM, it's like, now come on. You know damn well I'm not about to respond to you. But I'll got the notification, so I'll see if it's like business purposes or somebody asked me, because like y'all, we were talking about earlier, the Team Philthy line, well, the brand and the movement and the partying that we were doing with that, I picked up on that as an assistant because I wanted to do mine as an entertainment. Mm-hmm. So like we said, we could benefit and make connections and build relationships with certain people you might not have access to, and that also brings more attention. So I did do that. So it was a lot of DMs too of bookings because I was a contactee to get them events and stuff like that. So if I got the notification of business and stuff now, I'll open it. But 9 times out of 10, it's a bunch of people that they know damn well I'm not going to open that DM. So no, I don't really. If you ask anybody now, they're gonna say she ain't gonna respond to your damn DM. Or she not gonna open that. You know, don't even waste your time. No, maybe a couple years ago it's a little different. But as you get older, you know, you just don't be into that type of shit. And I stand on that, and everyone knows that. Next.
For me, it's a little bit different for me because I'm a dancer,
yes.
and my platform is social media like most people. So I do get a lot of traffic in my DMs and have gotten traffic in my DMs for music videos and bookings. So me, I do actually go through most of my DMs, checking to see if they're for business or not. Some of them are, some of them aren't. They aren't, they get ignored. If it's disrespectful, you'll probably get blocked. If it's business, I respond to you. We're always hypothetically speaking until you send a deposit. But if the conversation gets too long, I will tell someone, once you're ready, once you make up your mind, once to send your deposit, just let me know. You know, I mean, I try to be nice because I do have a male audience, you know, so I'm not rude to guys. I can't get to everyone, but like, if someone compliments me, I'm gonna like it. I'm not gonna be like, you know, but most of the time it's mostly business, so I do try to pick. But you know, there's people out there that are just act like they've never seen a beautiful woman before, and the DMs do get crazy, but I just, you know, pick through them, move accordingly, and ignore the disrespect, and thank the people who think I'm beautiful or nice, and then respond to the business and just go on about my day. But I do have to go through my DMs because I do get a lot of business through my DMs, so sometimes I gotta open that DM from the blue check because they want me to be in the music video, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I do that sometimes. Nah. But seriously though, so that's how I handle it. I just move accordingly depending on if it needs to be answered or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, those damn DMs. The fucking social media has been so different since the pandemic. I will say the DMs are interesting as fuck. A whole lot of action be in the DM. I do entertainment, so I scan my DMs now. Like,
yeah, it's more like
I don't really
go through.
I don't really even, because I feel like
that's what I was talking about.
I feel like I'm one of those. I'll read it come across the screen. I don't give a fuck. So your shit
that's
sits
what
in
I'm
my
saying. You
DM.
can tell what it started off with.
I feel like doing a lot of parties and doing a lot of videos after doing a certain caliber of artists, like, I stopped responding to the regular artists out here. Like, I stopped taking bookings. So I don't really have that problem too much no more. And the people that do, I don't really be caring to do their video type shit. So I be really picky now, so that don't really be too much of a thing. But I scan my DMs. So I do be seeing you. If you in there, I see you. I just be like, I don't flirt in the DM and talk like.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them bitches that's gonna link with you, even if I
Me
say
neither.
something. I'm lying, like it's not happening.
Yeah.
But
She said, I'm
it
lying.
do be some opportunities though on this fucking social media app. So it was a lot of like, I
That's
ain't
why you
gonna
gotta
lie.
be open to
Yeah.
just
It was
be
a lot
professional
of.
about it.
You gotta pick and choose wisely.
It
Yeah.
was a lot of flown out action in the pandemic for sure. But yeah, a lot of food out. But yeah, pick and choose your poison.
So how does, I guess, your business careers, how does that, does it interfere with your dating life, or does it enhance your dating life? What do you think?
Mine, I don't think that it affects my relationship currently, but you know, sometimes I have a lot of male friends. I don't really, like, my female friends is like top 5. I don't really, you know, fool with females too much because they it's too fake. So most of my friends are men. So it's like, if I get in a new relationship, this relationship end, and I get in a new relationship, and I'm like, hey, I'm going out. It's like, with who? Oh, I'm going out with Philthy 5. They're like, wait, what? These are like, you know, in their mind, they're like, okay, I'm confused. And I'm like, don't be confused. These are my friends, you know? So, but like, you know, after a while, they start really seeing, like, they'll call me about a whole nother female, like, what you think I should do about this? And then they be like, oh, yeah, they're really friends, because I know how crazy she is about other women. You know what I'm saying? So they get it. They catch on. But that's my only issue. And then, you know, if being, like, a little entertaining and having a following and all that, you got to keep up with the provocative look and the pictures and the sexiness. So sometimes you got to put a little out there that may not even be you, but now this the content you got to keep up with. So that'd be like, why would you post that? Like, what do you mean? Why would I have followers anyway? You know, so that'd be a thing. But yeah, for the most part, it don't really affect.
For the most part, nobody, I mean, are they affected by it, like the dudes you date?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
they got it.
No.
They got this.
Yeah, because I'm really a homebody. Like,
Okay.
like the chances of seeing me out is extremely rare. So it's like, you know, I know how to comfort the uncomfortable.
Right.
In it, yeah.
Yeah, you're not out every night.
No, maybe twice a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not in a relationship, so it's not affecting anything. And then also, I feel like one of my top things that I'm looking for, or that will put me in a relationship at this moment, is if a person is supportive of my business. So if you're not in support of my business, I don't need to be dating you. And also, if you're not able to provide anything towards my dreams and goals, and you don't see, you know, yourself investing in that, then there's no point in me even being interested in dating you at this age and point. So I'm single, and it's not interfering anything, but you know, it has interfered in past situations with past people. You know, a lot of people will be cool when they meet you because they want to meet you and they want to date you and they want to hang with you. So everything they see what you post and what you do and who you hang with and who you around a lot, and then it don't matter at that point. Then once you start to get a little more involved with that person, everything becomes a problem. So I have experienced that, but I still feel like I can't. I just, now it's just like, if you can't, you know what I do, or you know who I hang with, you know what business I'm in, you know, and if you're not okay with that, then I feel like now it's just like, it's weird because you need to ask these type of questions in the beginning, like, you know, are you going to invest it, you know, are you going to support? Go ahead.
Ask me the questions like I'm the guy.
I mean, well, I wouldn't ask it off the bat, but
So,
they might be like, okay,
We're
what is your relationship? You know, I see you be around X, Y, and Z.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know, okay, you know, that might be business, or that might be, you know, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But as now we're hanging out on second date, third date. Oh, I don't like that you be around now, or now y'all really date, and it's like, you my bitch, you know, and now we hanging out, and it's like, okay, now that person you do business with, or who you seen, and you know, before we start dating,
Right.
I'm around that person, you seen that, and now it's like,
No,
oh,
but
you about to go hang with X, oh, you about to go.
No,
you
but I'm
getting
saying,
paid? Are
like,
you doing this? Or y'all fucking? You know?
If I was a guy and we were on a date, how would you interview me?
I'm not gonna interview nobody, but I'm not the type of person. You know, that's one of the things I do lack in, and I look at other women, and it's things that I be wanting to do or learn or try. I'm like, damn, I wish I was like that. You know, I don't know how to be like an example. Like, can I have some money? You know, like I don't know how to be like that. I'd rather a person I know, but I want to be like that. I'm more of the type of person where I just go ghost because I feel like I shouldn't have to ask, you know, or I shouldn't have to ask no man. If you're having intercourse with me, or you know, now you done fell in love and we thinking about future, whatever it may be, like it should be something you want to do off the just GP, off the heart. Like, you know, I love you, I support what you do, and I want to see you win, and I want to help you succeed. So I've never gotten that.
So being a business owner, how do you feel like that's affected your dating life? Has it impacted in a good or negative way?
I don't think my two businesses that I am currently doing really affect my dating life. Maybe dancing. Some guys aren't secure enough in themselves, or they don't really maybe like, you know, the thought of their woman being around a whole bunch of guys, or just, you know. I've been fortunate enough to mostly deal with men who are secure with themselves. I haven't really ever had a dating issue as far as getting men or being with men, but I have seen insecurity show in people that I haven't actually been in a relationship with. But that's always a red flag for me. If you can't accept me for who I am, what I do, if my mom and dad can accept me as the successful dancer that I am, then the person that I'm with should be able to also. So I haven't really had much issues, but there is that, you know, you do run into it as a dancer for sure. But somebody's for you, they're for you, whatever you do. I know porn stars that are married, so.
Oh wow.
Okay.
What you think?
I feel like for me, dating and my life, my business life does clash. I feel like it be cool at first, and it gets to a point for the men that I have dated, to get a little intimidating. So I feel like I've had incidents. I've had incidents where I've been blown the fuck up, and I've had incidents where I've been blown the fuck up, and we be laughing at the end of the day. So it's like I can't be with a nigga that I don't feel like is secure with what the fuck is going on. Like, if we fucking with each other, you gotta trust that what I'm doing is beneficial to my situation, our situation. Like, it's intimidating. And then, like, to echo off what Shawna said, yes, at this point in life, if I am in a serious relationship, I do want somebody that's willing to invest in what I'm doing. Niggas be counting they bitch out.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't do that. So it's like, at this point, like, yeah, I want somebody that's willing to invest in what I got going on, for sure. I don't want to just be dating and fucking on a nigga and dating and fucking on a nigga, but I am single.
Okay.
But I keep it exclusive as fuck because we're all, you know, little business women. Like, so, yeah.
Okay. What would you say to a girl that's up and coming and like starting a business? What would be some of the best advice you would give her?
It's not easy. It's hard work.
Fucking keep going. And keep going. Like, do that shit. Fuck what people gotta say. Like, if you gonna do it, follow through. Because sometimes people don't stick with their shit. Like, stick with your shit, follow through. It's gonna work out. Hard work for surely pays off.
And don't be discouraged either, because my sales and my business don't even equal out to what I post about my business or my likes on my business page. And I feel like I do better in private. Like, I don't even post a lot of the business, walking business, the sales, like the orders that I get. You wouldn't even think that I did based off of social media sometimes either. So just don't just get discouraged by that one, like, you know, that two, like, just keep going. If you feel like it's something you really are passionate about, like, don't let nobody like damp your light, anything. Like, just keep going, and it'll pay off eventually. But it's a lot of hard work. I don't think it happens overnight. So yeah, but anyone else want to chime in?
Yeah, just stay confident, stay consistent. Those are the two keys to whatever
Yeah,
you do. If you're
for
confident, people are naturally attracted or intimidated by confidence. So it's either one. Some people gonna take and support, and some people not.
I like that.
So
Consistency.
yeah,
Amen.
definitely.
I think just putting yourself first and just trying to stay as focused as possible, investing in yourself, and
Amen.
you know, we get caught up in supporting a lot of other people, being there for people, and there's nothing wrong with that, of course. I'm just saying that when you have a dream and you have a goal, you have to put yourself first. You have to focus. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. And if you do all those things, like, you will see
It'll pay
the
off.
light at the end of the tunnel. You
Yeah.
will. But
I
you have.
wish I could put myself
Just on some
Well, I
inspo-
mean, I don't know. kids
You
or
know what we
anything.
talking about.
Yeah.
You know what we talking about.
So yeah, I think that's key. I think that's key.
I think just like being in a room full of doers, like I always tell people to live your dream today. So what are you all doing to live your dream today? Like, just give people an example. Like, I was hearing about the trip you all are planning. Just give them some insight. Like, what are you doing to live it today? Like,
working hard
yeah.
to live it today. So really, I'm working hard today to live it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I really care about is like setting up my future, my kids' future. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Every day it's not promised, but who's to say if it come or whatever, you know, I just want them to be situated and straight, because I don't know about their upbringing, but mine, you know, is a little struggle in there, and I don't want my kids to have no struggle at all. So I'm like, if I gotta burn myself out for them to have a greater later, you know, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, just keep it short. Very work hard. Yeah, I feel exactly how she feels. It's pretty much the same. And just I try to continue to push myself and make sure, you know, I stay focused as well. And I've been trying to even do better with making it a priority, prioritizing my business first. So yeah,
I think
living in it.
I think that's important for me too. Was actually starting to prioritize my business on a daily, just because I did other stuff with the dancing and other things. So I think it was important to just put my business, you know, put the energy, put that time in. But just as far as living it daily, just promoting myself daily, posting on my business pages daily, talking about it all the time, just consistently always have my business on my mind, doing something revolved around it, is what I'm doing on the daily, because life is short, you know. So every day I try to live, work hard, play hard. I'm big on that. Okay. I like
Work
to have
hard.
my fun.
Work
I like
hard,
to
play
travel.
hard. Okay.
Yes, sir. Because you know.
Amen.
Amen.
I believe in work hard, play hard too.
Period.
Yes, sir. We just have to be partying, but just traveling,
Right.
spoiling yourself, being
Whatever
able to
that
do
is.
things
Make you
that-
want to have more fun when you know you got you did what you're supposed to do. You
Yeah.
handled your business. Yeah.
So we live in and we work in. Hard every day.
Sis, any thoughts?
I feel like right now I am currently doing some extreme manifesting for the new year.
Right.
So I have been indoors, being a homebody as fuck, because I'm just preparing for next year. Like next year, I feel like it's gonna be my fruitful year. This year, I feel like it made me strong, and I got a lot of eye openers. So I got a lot of plans for my business next year.
Obviously, you all have built your businesses to a certain level. Like, the following is big online. How long did it take for you all to establish yourselves?
You
I
know,
feel
I
like
was natural with that. I've been like that. My Instagram been like that since MySpace.
Yeah.
And that's why I've never, I think it comes with me just having I know a lot of people, and I've always been a cool person. Like, even in high school, I never was just a one-click girl. Like, I never just was like, I go to school and I'm just with one girl. I'm the cool girl. Like, I talk to all different type of people. I communicate with everybody. I'm saying hello to everybody. I go to ask them what they eating, like, for lunch. Like, I'm just cool. So I've always had a big crowd. I don't know. Like, I've always just had a big crowd. Like, a lot of people get a lot of followers off doing certain things, like, and it just came natural. I get that question a lot. Like, you don't post provocative pictures, or you don't do that. Like, that's just not me. I think I just naturally, people gravitate to me just because of who I am and my personality and me just being cool and fun. I just feel like it naturally happened for me. But it took years, like, to build that audience. But naturally, people just fuck with me. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same. I feel like it was like 2016, 17 for me to up until now. So I feel like a lot of my followers came organic. I never bought followers. But I feel like I work out of state. So a lot of my followers are like Detroit based. Love Detroit. So a lot of my followers are Detroit based. And then again, from like working with a lot of people in the industry, like the local rappers, like out of state rappers and shit like that, and working in the clubs, I just use my Instagram as my contact. And so a lot of my followers actually know me, and it be lit. Like, so it's a lot of love on my Instagram. A lot of times I done felt like fuck everything. People on Instagram that I don't even fucking know will send you a message or say some shit, and you be like, okay, you know what? It's people that fuck with me.
So you do read your DMs a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Like, I just went through a little rough time. Like, when I had my accident, a lot of people really did reach out and show a lot of love and gave a lot of encouraging words, for sure. So, yeah.
I would say that as far as getting established with dancing, it was kind of like, I mean, I've been dancing for like, 4 years now, almost 5. So it took a while, but just for me, like, being a good dancer, having good personality, and having good customer service, and
being beautiful,
just that too, just all played into me, like, getting followers, people referring people saying, oh, have you seen this girl? Oh, this and that. Even when I worked in the club, people were having their friends come to the club, hang out, different things like that. As far as my other businesses, I feel like the foundation is there. They're not like completely established. I feel like there's still a lot of work to be put in especially for my dance wear. Just being creative and not having the same stuff as everybody else when it comes to the outfits. But it's definitely there. So the house is being built, the foundation is set, the windows are in and the doors are on. We're just, we just add on and add on.
Set the windows.
But it's definitely not easy. It does take time. And like I said, you just have to, be a good person, have a good personality, be nice to people. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll get there. You'll establish yourself as long as you're putting in the work. You'll get there.
And all of it ties into networking too. The networking game.
Hell yeah.
Help you because those good people post you, and it brings a lot of attention to you. Yeah.
Is there any other business interests that you all have? Like, I know the businesses you all have now. Is there like any dream business you all would like to own one day, or are you all actually doing that now?
Oh no, I feel like I'm just now getting started. So ideally, I would want like a beauty bar boutique on Melrose in LA. For my, and it's my store. See, a lot of people take that like when you be like, oh, I have a store. You don't. Because at any given moment, they could be like, get your ass out. And you got to get your ass out. So I want like a store where it's actually mine that I can hand down to my daughter. Like, this is our family business, So
you want the real estate deed and everything to come with it.
I want the pink slip.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Totally get it. Where can people find you on?
You can find me on Instagram. My personal page is HG Shawna Latrice, and my business page is Shop Hella Girls. And then you can find me on www.shophellagirls.com, and also in Fairfield. And that address is in my bio.
Find me on Instagram under Killer Cams, 2 I's and a Z, or K Chanel Boutique, or KJ Party Best, or Killer Kennels. Just find me and all of them.
You gonna find her.
You find me.
My personal Instagram is YouKnowNye. U is spelled regular, no is spelled regular, NY. In my bio, you have Limitless Hookah. It's Limitless_Hookah. And then the Dance Floor Cartel. Both of my businesses are in my bio. So let's go to my personal page on YouKnowNye. You can go to my bio, click either page, and there'll be booking contact info on all pages.
My main account is Real Finance. My clothing is Fine Trap Official, finetrapofficial.com for the website. Same on the main account. There is booking info, and also my business info is in my bio as well. So Stores located in Albany, California, across from 938 Crawfish. So yeah. You been there before?
It's in my area. I live in El Cerrito.
Yeah, you are in there.
All right. Any last words? Shout outs?
Definitely shout out to Philthy for putting together this interview for us.
Yeah.
Big dog, big
Thank
fella.
you, Phil.
Shout out to Phil. Also, yeah, the Team 50 models too. Book them too. Yeah, I would like
we'll
to
be
see
back
way
soon.
more than that.
Big rebrand on the way for
Yeah,
We
I
gotta
want
get
to.
that together. I've been thinking that.
We did have a
what
calendar
happened?
drop.
Because it was getting
If y'all
real
was
lit.
supporting, we was lit, we was active and attractive.
I was running buses. I was running sprinters.
I would like to see more of that to come, but
But yeah, just shout out to you
Shout
also
out
for
Phil.
having us.
Shout out our
to
brother
Phil.
Phil.
yes, you kept us lit.
You already know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thank you for having us too.
Also, just want to say thank you to everybody that supports me, anybody that's going to support me due to this interview. Just, so shout out to these ladies for being awesome businesswomen on top of their game also. And just shout out to the
Shout
whole
out
Bay Area.
everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bay. You're the best to ever do it.
Period. Support our small businesses. Shit.
Them big businesses on the way.
Big businesses. Yes.
Alright.
Big businesses.
With
Big
a
business.
period. Signing off.